This film, Cinders, is about a couple deciding to get divorced. The man who is leaving his wife because he doesn't love how much she mothers him and condescends him, even though watching it doesn't really seem like she's doing anything, and he's kind of blowing up, decides he doesn't want to be with her anymore. Through the film, it's basically him just verbally putting her down over and over, which is unfortunately accurate to how a lot of men treat their wives, which I think the film captures really well. I also think it looked really cinematic and the lighting was really good.
Cinders, I thought this was really interesting, navigating maybe not the full end of marriage by the time you get to the end of the film, but definitely navigating the ugly, hard parts of being in a relationship, and what could be the end of something, could be the end of a chapter, could just be something they work through. That's, the beauty of the film. It kind of leaves it a little bit open-ended, but I loved several things that they chose to do. I think the biggest one is they included so much silence, and I think that as a society, and especially I feel like this has gotten more apparent and worse as over the years, over the decades, that more and more, especially in this day and age of constant entertainment, constant media cycle, constant social media, constant scrolling, constant just sensory input, that the idea of silence, I think, scares a lot of people, and that purposefully including it in a film is really, really powerful, because I think that it's something that people don't sit with as much as they may have used to, partially just because of the advancements in technology and, like I said, social media and the internet and things like that, where you have constant access to something streaming, or something making noise, whether it's toys, whether it's music, whether it's something you're streaming. All of that I think feeds into it, but including such silence in a film like this I thought was so powerful and such a great decision. It highlighted the silence that had grown between the two of them. It highlighted the awkward tension that was just palpable in the air and in the room, and that's down to great choices, but also great acting of being able to just feel the uncomfortableness, and, like I said, using the silence as a almost not active member in the scene, but definitely using it to, in another way, show all of the things that had kind of gone wrong with this couple, because there's companionate silence where it's comfortable, and then there's this kind of silence where it is filled with the things that aren't being said between the two of them. And I think, like I said, it was probably my favorite thing that they chose to do, and they did it very, very well. But also other elements are, they finally started talking, and when he first makes his statement at the beginning, that he says, like, he's leaving, you assume divorce, you assume the end. And then as they're talking more, as they're being open and, like, saying the hard thing and going through the hard emotions, and unintentionally but revealing their own hurt and hurting the other person, and all of that, by the end of it, you don't necessarily know that it's the end for forever. You don't know that their relationship is going to be over. And I think that that's such an interesting choice to make, because it really does show that with more communication and with more openness and with more, just upfrontness, maybe it is something that they can work through, and that their relationship, which they've obviously stuck in for, like, I think they said, I want to say 14 years, I might be getting that wrong, but something like that, is, you know, they're in that relationship for a reason. I thought this film did a lot of really interesting things, but those were my favorites.
This film is called Cinders. This is a heartbreaking short. A married couple has serious communication problems, a relationship in crisis, and in cinders. I thought the performances of the two leads were incredible. So quiet, yet actually quite intense. Lots of subtext of frustration and pain under the lines. The comfy home location is perfect for the supposed idyllic life that the couple has been pretending to have. The neat and tidy wardrobe pieces are the same, careful, conservative, and pleasant, while the turmoil is below. I like the fact that other than their voices, the only sounds are the crickets, to make this piece so realistic. Well done.